moral of this story is take care of your outdoor plants and bring them inside well before the weather dips below freezing. This is mission propagation. So I have a plumeria tree behind me, and then I also have a few dracaenas that I need to clean up just to get them ready to bring inside. So let's get to work. Up alcohol, microfiber cloths, bag, and then I have a rug for me to sit on. So this is a plumeria tree. A friend of mine was moving, and so she gave it to me. It's really tall. I've thought about chopping it, but I want it to get big. It also has a few different things in it. It has a Hoya in here, and it has a syngonium in here, and then also had some alocasia corms in here. So this was kind of just a hodgepodge plant. I just wanted to see what lived, and seems like they're all living together okay. So I'll probably separate these plants eventually, but you know that a lot of plant people, when they have too many plants, they start putting plants together in the same pot, so it looks like they have less plants. That's what I was trying to do. It was some cuttings and some alocasia corns. And then I have a really cute little ripsalis just hanging. It was super tiny when I first got it, and it's getting bigger. I'm gonna move that. I'm gonna sit over here on the chair. So I'm going to remove all the leaves off this guy, and then I'm going to spray all the plants in here. I don't know how well you can see. You can see the pot. This syngonium's really tried to take off. It looks like it's happy. I may end up just leaving the syngonium in the pot to fill out the bottom, and then removing the Hoya eventually. That was my plan all summer. That was what I was going to do. I was going to take this Hoya out of here because it's nice and trailing, and I just never did it because life gets busy. And it looked good in the pot. It's not like it didn't look good. It hasn't bloomed for me. This plant currently is in the corner. It gets only morning sunlight, and it's been happy. It didn't bloom because I know that plumerias need full sun, but where I live, it does get really hot during the summer. But it did have really nice leaves, so for the foliage, it was really a good plant to have. I think this was my second summer to have it. It doesn't look like I have any bugs. So why have I put this off? Ugh. I usually don't put this part of being a plant parent off. I usually do. I'm very protective of my plants. I bring them in as soon as I know that it's going to be cold. But I've just been really busy. I don't know. I think I was in denial that winter was going to be here. You can't do that though, right? You have to not be in denial. Last year when I moved, I had moved in my plants. I moved a lot of my larger plants into my bathroom, and I remember one night my dog was barking, and I went in to see what was going on in the restroom, and there was a huge anole sitting on the side of the bathtub, terrified. So I had brought in a little critter. I don't know how long he had been living in there. He was really fat, and even though he was terrified, he looked really healthy. Yeah, so looks like that's an alocasia. I might just stick that back in the ground. Yeah, so I didn't want to end up going through that this year. Terrifying little critters I have that live in my yard. I did like drag out all of my plants into my yard and hose them down with the water hose and the sprayer. I did all the things, and I still got this little critter in my house. And so this year I was like, I don't know, I think that's probably part of the reason I put it off, is because I didn't want to bring any critters in my house. It was really cute, just sitting it was like perched on the side of the tub, completely terrified. I was able to pick it up and take it outside. And I wish I would have got a picture of it, because it was one of the biggest ones I had ever seen, and probably because it was living in my planter, living its best life. And you know, I really do like geckos and lizards, because they do help keep the insect population down. So they're really natural. It's like a natural pesticide, basically, because they take care of my plants. And we have the ones we have, they're really pretty and green, and Yeah, I love all animals. I really do love animals. And so seeing that little thing terrified just made me feel so sad because I didn't know how long he had been in there. This Hoya looks like it has grown around the back, trying to root in to the bottom. I don't really know if Hoya are supposed to grow with plumeria, but it seems to be working. So maybe I have something new going on here. I don't know. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. Wish I had my continuous mister. That would have been a better option than what I'm doing here. Since I only really have 15 minutes to do this, I'll just do what I can. There's a few vines that are a little bit dehydrated, but I think they'll be fine. Let's see. Hopefully they won't get shocked too much. I just have water and a microfiber cloth, so I'm just gonna clean the outside of the pot, and then I'm gonna sit this right outside the door so I can get some help. This is a ceramic pot. I had got it from Home Depot, I think, a few years ago, and it was 50 bucks. For such a huge pot, it was a great price. And then I had went back and I found two that were a little bit broken. They were still usable, but they were a little bit chipped and they were 30. So I think I have 3 of these pots, and I really like them because I like white pots. I know, basic, right? But I do like white pots. And then I like pots that have faces. So that's another thing, my whole aesthetic. I like milk glass. Okay. Let's see here. I think it's fine. I'll take the leaves off now because it's about to go and it's gonna go dormant anyway, and it'll just make a big mess in the house, so it's a lot of leaves. A lot of them have already fallen off, so it's not a ton of leaves, but made some progress. One plant down. So I have this guy. Oh, it's pretty floppy. I don't know. I'm gonna have to repot him probably. I don't know if he's past the point of no return. Let's see. We'll circle back to that. I think I'll have an episode just on repotting my Sansevieria. I have 2 other ones that I need to like put together, so it's a little bit floppy. But that wouldn't be the cold messing it up, it would probably be me. And then this plant, I think what I'm going to do with this one, it's just in water in a vase. These were propagations from my mother-in-law's plants. I'm just going to propagate this and throw all the extras away. So that's the plan for that. I know golden pothos are pretty common, but I think this one's special. I still like it. This is my other plant. Actually, I think this plant might fit better in this pot. This has like spiders, spider webs and spider eggs. Can't bring those in the house. Sorry, little guys. Just killing a whole generation of spiders there. I think I'll put this succulent in it because I think that might look pretty cool. I just got this succulent at a local nursery. I guess putting my hair up would have been a good idea, huh? This is a Hoya that was trying to die on me, or it did die on me this summer. So I threw it outside and this vine came back right here. I had been thinking about separating that from the dead part of the plant, but I already have this Hoya, so I'm gonna throw it away. Throwing it away. He had a good run. This cutting, throwing it in the trash. It's okay to throw your plants away. This is a Dracaena. It's not super happy, that's for sure. It's never really been that great of a plant. I'll just take off the dead looking leaves and then maybe water it really good. Do I want to keep you? It looked really pretty during the summer. Well, it's not that cute, but it's still alive. I think maybe another plant would look better in this. This is one of those like cemetery flower spike thingies. It looked really nice in this pot when it was like lush, but might need a different plant in here now. I've had this for a while. It's a philodendron coleum. This plant has really never thrived in my care, so I think it's time to part with it. It's not an expensive plant. It's probably not the best specimen, and that's probably why it's always struggled. So I'm throwing it away. So this is a pothos. I think it may be my Baltic blue pothos. I might put this in the shower and just drench it. Pretty leggy. This is a jade pothos. I mean, it's just sad and wilty, and it even looks like that when it's watered, so I'm gonna throw it away. I don't need it. I like baskets. I'll just save it for later. I think this is the plant that I brought the gecko in on last year. It's another one of those that I have several different plants in here. So I have a Baltic blue pothos, and then I have a mandarin plant, which seems to be happy in here. I didn't know the mandarin plant is actually related to the spider plant. It's supposed to be a pretty good grower, and since I bought it, it's actually multiplied, so I actually have 2 plants in here now. My mom's really good with spider plants, so I've always wanted to dig one out and give it to her. And the mandarin plant's really pretty. I don't know if you can see, but it has orange stems. You can see that. Maybe a Dracaena, a mandarin plant, and a Baltic blue aren't supposed to grow together, but they seem like they're happy, so let's leave it that way. I don't see any geckos. Dracaenas have so many leaves to clean, so I think it'll be in my best interest if I just put it in the shower and rinse it, if I can get it in there. It is in a pretty heavy pot. That will make it work. See the color of the stems of the mandarin plant? I think that's all I'm going to do until this evening, and then I'll just put them in the house this evening. The funny thing is that where I live, it's going to be in the 30s tonight. It's going to drop down below freezing, but then after that, it's going back into the 60s. So Texas weather, you can always count on it to change. Okay. I'm gonna say the moral of this story is take care of your outdoor plants and bring them inside well before the weather dips below freezing. Don't be like me. That way you can enjoy your plants and not feel stressed out to save them. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy all the planty things today. Bye.